Hello again, guys. KB Sports here again today, and I'm here with
KB Wrestling.
KB Wrestling, and this is going to be a top 10, and the top 10 is top 10 wrestlers who played football.
Yep, we got some juicy ones there.
Juicy ones. All right.
Gonna be good.
So first we're going to go with our honorable mention,
Yep.
and it'll be wrestler Baron Corbin.
Yep. Baron Corbin is an honorable mention. He was a former Cardinal player, and he was mostly on their practice squad, right?
Yep, and
Yeah.
he was also on the Colts in our practice squad too. So
he's our honorable mention. I'm sure you all know some wrestlers who were football players. Hopefully, we get some of your favorites in there, and we'll see if we did or not.
okay, so he'll be the honorable mention. Number 10, we got Lex Luger.
Lex Luger.
Lex Luger. He played for the Packers.
Yep.
I don't think he made it on the team.
Yeah.
But he was pretty upset
Yeah.
with the college he went to, the college coach. He was upset because he didn't get a starting job, and he ended up just
He trashed his
hotel room. He snapped. He got mad.
Yeah, he was
So
definitely upset.
I guess he at least made he was at least on a team, but number 10 is as far as I can go.
Yep.
With him.
Yeah, Lex Luger is our number 10 spot.
Number 9, Brock Lesnar.
Brock.
He was on the Vikings practice squad. He was also
number 69.
Yep, number 69. He was on the preseason team, and really, that's all he did. He played defensive line for the Vikings, and he just played in the preseason. Then they cut him.
I remember, as you guys probably know, he was a football player because the first WrestleMania, it was him and Goldberg. They were just booing them out of the stadium because they were both leaving, and Brock was leaving because he was going to play football.
Yep, and they were trying to get Brock to the Europe Football League. That really didn't last too long, but he wanted to stay in the United States with his family, so he ended up not doing that, and that was it for
and now
the football field. Yep, he'll come now.
Yep.
All right, so number 8, we got Jack Swagger.
The All-American Jack Swagger.
He was a beast in high school. I mean, in only 3 games before he broke his ankle, he had 45 tackles, he had 6 sacks, and then his senior year he had 75 tackles, and then he ended up going to Oklahoma, I think, and he played football I think for 2 years, and then he shifted his focus to wrestling because that was his second sport, and then he ultimately decided to just go full time with wrestling. But
the dude was very
numbers,
good.
His
numbers
really good.
Lie.
I mean, 3 games having that type of stat line is really good.
He's our number 8.
So, number 7, we got Roman Reigns. He was defensive player for, I think, his high school, or maybe it might have been his league he was in.
Yep, and then when he joined the NFL, he was on the Vikings, and then he was on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yep. And he was also first team ACC for Georgia Tech. He was also teammates with Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
And
that's actually, I thought that was pretty cool. The Calvin Johnson, if you guys know him, star wide receiver on the Lions.
Very good. And I think Roman just, after he got cut, he went to the Canadian Football League.
Yeah.
I believe. And then
he used his ties to rocking now. Look at him.
Yep. Now he's pretty much almost the face of WWE. So.
Yep.
Number 6, we got Vader.
Vader, it's time. It's Vader time.
Yep. Vader, he was an offensive lineman. He was a 2-time All-American. And he was on the Rams in the NFL, and he was also played in a Super Bowl.
Yep, he won an NFC Championship game.
Yep.
So that right there, that's why he's at our what?
Number 6.
Number 6 spot. He is very. I didn't know this, and it was very good.
He never won the Super Bowl, but he at least was in one. So.
And if it wasn't for injury, who knows? If it wasn't for injury, he might have never gone to wrestling.
I think he had a broken patella. And just ended his career.
If he never got injured, we might have not seen him in wrestling.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. So
to show you anything can happen.
Number 5 is from TNA. We got Moose.
Moose. He's a former Patriot, Cardinal, and Colts, right?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, something. I know he's a former Patriot and
he was in the league for a long time.
He was.
He was in the league from 2006 to 2012. So
he
started 20 games in the NFL, and then he also went to Syracuse, and he formed a pretty good offensive line there because I believe they had 2 800-yard rushers, I think, on their team.
He pretty impressive, and it's
in
cool.
college.
Pretty cool. He kept himself relevant in the
Kept
football
himself
league.
in football. He wasn't really he didn't really
Yeah.
play that much. He was more of a reserve, but he did start 20 games. He was mostly known for being on the Falcons a lot.
Yeah,
His career. So
good for him. Now again, starring TNA.
yep. All right, number 4, The
Number
Rock.
4, The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah, I don't know. You guys might think he might be higher.
You guys might think he's higher, but that might be based because of his wrestling skills. We're talking about football and football.
I mean, you gotta give him his credit. He was
Yeah.
a national champion
Yep.
for the Hurricanes.
Yep.
He had, I believe, 78 total tackles, 4 sacks, and he had a pass breakup for his time in college football. And then
Yep.
I don't think he got drafted, so then he went to the Canadian Football League, and then he ended up getting cut by his team he was on for 2 months, and then he went to go pursue doing professional wrestling. So
Yep. And now he's doing Hollywood.
Hollywood, yep.
Yep.
All right, number 3, Goldberg.
Goldberg.
You'll see why. I mean, you guys might think he might be number 1, but we have him at number 3.
Yeah.
In college, he had 2 interceptions. I didn't see anything for tackles for some reason. He played defensive line.
Hey, I mean, 2 interceptions, good for
He
him.
went to, I believe, Georgia, and then he
Yeah.
went to play for the Falcons for, I believe, 3 seasons, and he only had 11 tackles.
And
but-
fun fact, he was the first ever player cut by the Panthers.
Yep, because the Panthers were an expansion team, and Goldberg, he joined the team on the practice squad, and he was the first ever player from the Carolina Panthers to be cut.
History
from the
right there.
team.
First ever player to be cut from the Panthers.
Yep. All right, number 2,
Number 2, we have
Ron Simmons.
Damn!
Damn.
Ron Simmons.
Ron Simmons, man, it could be honestly a toss-up between these next 2 guys, but Ron Simmons
honestly.
is a college football Hall of Famer. He went to
Yeah.
FSU. He got drafted by the Cleveland Browns. He was a 2-time consensus All-American, and I believe he
was
played
a-
defensive line.
And he was a college Hall of
Defensive
Famer.
line and linebacker he played.
Yep.
College football Hall of Famer, I mean, that's impressive.
That's great.
And when he was on FSU, they were winning a lot of games too.
Yep,
So Ron Simmons had a
congrats to him.
pretty good college career.
Damn.
Damn.
Yep.
Number
Alright,
1.
Number 1, and you guys, he talks about it a lot, and if you listen to his most, I don't know why Zack Ryder, you guys could probably tell where I'm going with this. Zack Ryder said he didn't play in any games in the NFL, but he did. I counted it. It might have been practice preseason, but hey, he still did. But it's our boy, number 1, Mojo Rawley.
Mojo Rawley.
Best friends with Rob Gronkowski.
He was this guy played almost every single position for his high school team. He was the MVP in high school. He played like offensive line. He played defensive line, linebackers. He was the punter. He was the kicker, tight end. He played like almost every position in high school. Then he went to Maryland. He had 25 tackles. He had 2.5 sacks, a forced fumble, and he also had pretty much like every single he had for records for the bench press, like the cone drill for his position for that school.
He broke every
he has
record in
almost
college.
every record for not like football stats, but like more of like bench pressing and like cone drills and
so that's
40-yard
impressive.
dash.
And then when he was playing a preseason game with the Packers, he forced the fumble that won them the game. So
won them the game.
That was good on him.
He
and
was
then
really good.
didn't he get injured too? That's why they cut him.
I think
he got injured and boom, now he's in WWE and probably WWE's best bet to try to get Rob Gronkowski to join WWE.
Man, I know. It's crazy. But being Rob Gronkowski could be right on this list too, kind of.
Exactly.
He'd be number 1 by far.
If he signed the contract, he probably would have been number 1.
Yep.
But as we all know, broke by, I guess I want to say our local news station since Boston, but Gronk is in fact staying with the New England Patriots.
So there you go.
So yeah.
But let me know what you guys think about this list. Should have we put someone else in the list that we didn't? Do you guys think that we got it wrong? Did we get it right? Hot takes in the comments down below. But until next time, I'm Kilby Sports and I'm out.
Stay drama free.